Hello and welcome to Vibra Finance. My name is Lindsay, and in this episode, I am joined by the lovely Serena Alonzi. We will be going over HEX price and T-share updates, and our topic for today is dollar cost averaging. Investing in crypto can be tricky. There's complexities of deciding what to invest in, when to double down, where to hold cash, and it's all amplified by crypto's volatility. So, in order to avoid banking on the perfect time to buy, let's use a investment strategy. But before we get into dollar cost averaging strategies, a little hello from Vibra Finance.
At Vibra Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Vibra Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Vibra Finance. We are the future of crypto.
How's it going tonight, Serena?
Great. How about you?
Well, today, for historical purposes, today is January 1st, 2022. It is the afternoon on the East Coast. We are celebrating day 1156 of flawless HEX uptick time. What do you think about that?
Amazing.
I know, it's pretty exciting. The HEX price in terms of US dollars is at 0.2 cents. The T-share price is at $693 in terms of US dollars. And the T-share rate is 25,664 HEX. That has increased since we've started doing these streams. Quite a bit. Okay, so today's topic is dollar cost averaging. Serena, can you start us off with what is dollar cost averaging?
Yeah, sure. So dollar cost averaging is just investing a little bit at a time as opposed to putting a bunch of money in at one point. So for example, if you have $1,000 you want to invest, it's better to not just put that all in right now at one point in time. It's better to do a little bit either weekly or monthly, whatever you prefer, just so that you're averaging out the price that you get in at.
Right. So it's a strategy, and it's a strategy in which an investor can split your investments into periodic purchases instead of just dumping it all into one, like you said. So what this does is it smooths out your average purchase price. So given how quickly prices go up and prices go down in crypto, it makes it extremely volatile. So the basic idea is that you spread out your investments in equal amounts over regular intervals instead of trying to find the perfect time to buy, right?
Exactly, yep.
Okay, so can you share with us some benefits of dollar cost averaging?
Sure, yeah. So the first benefit would be that you avoid buying higher if you're not putting all your money in at once. And it's something that can just be set up and left alone. It requires no additional action each time. And even when prices are volatile, dollar cost averaging decreases volatility by averaging your price points. So there's also low risk. So rather than making one lump sum investment, you're spreading your investment out over a longer period of time. So you avoid buying the highest price point. And it takes the emotions out of financial decision making. So you just, regardless of the price, buy a little bit every week, every month, whatever you prefer, and you don't really have to worry about it. So
right, spending time in the market instead of timing the market. And where you could see spending time in the market would be more beneficial than timing the market is around when we're getting news drops like tomorrow morning. We'll be getting the Fed is meeting today. Tomorrow afternoon at 2:00, we'll receive a report to see what's going on, and the markets will react. So we'll see how they do. That is why we're encouraging having a strategy for investing rather than reacting, like you said, making financial decisions based on emotions. If you take those emotions out of the equation, you're looking at what you started with, which is your plan. And when you have a plan, it saves you time and effort. So if you're trying to time the market constantly by refreshing your portfolio and reviewing price fluctuations, your dollar cost averaging gives you this time back to focus on other areas of your life. So especially if you set up some sort of automated system. And like you said, separating financial decisions from emotional ones. So every investor is prone to acting with their heart and not necessarily with their head. With the volatility that we're surrounding in this market, risks of allowing your emotions to overcome your actual plans can be greater. So dollar cost averaging advocates that you wait several years for these assets to appreciate so that you can get a better short-term volatility in exchange for long-term gains. So the potential for long-term gains in these places shields your funds from taxes, and you can wait till you retire before selling your assets. There's so many different benefits for having a strategy and sticking to a plan.
And also with the many benefits of dollar cost averaging, there's also some drawbacks. Lindsay, do you want to explain the drawbacks?
Sure. There's some disadvantages to dollar cost averaging. So when you adopt a dollar cost average approach to your investing, it doesn't guarantee you protection against losses or gains or profit. There's very few disadvantages, but really the top two I can really think of is time. It can take a long time to build up a position if you're investing small amounts regularly, and then also the opportunities for missing out on mooning. So if the asset that you're investing in never goes down, you may have been better off just buying all at once. You're doing a lump sum investment. But those are really two of the they're not the only drawbacks because everyone's situation is unique to them. But those are the two sore thumbs, so to speak.
There's steps on how you can adopt a dollar cost averaging strategy. Did you want to go into that?
Well, how do you, as you dollar cost average into HEX, we're covering HEX market updates and HEX news, and we're really here talking about HEX. If you're choosing to invest into something, choose an amount to regularly invest in. So it could be just a flat amount. It could be a percentage of your paycheck. It depends on what works best for you. So it's important that you choose an amount that you can sustain, and then remember that you can only invest what you can afford to lose, and then also what you don't need access to in the short term. So also choosing your assets. That's when you're dollar cost averaging. You can choose one or more assets to start with. The smaller your entry price point is, the more concentrated perhaps you'll be in one asset or another. And then also to choose a purchase interval, which is so that could be every week, every month, or every day, whatever works best for you. How about you? What's your plan? Can you share with us your sneaky plan to accumulate?
Yeah, well, when I was buying a lot into HEX and earlier on, I was doing it weekly and monthly, just whenever I had extra money to put in. I didn't have really a set amount, but it's good too if you could do $50 a week or $100 a week or whatever you're comfortable with. And yeah, that's a good strategy. It works out for most people. So
yeah, and there's a saying that we were talking about earlier about purchasing when people are feeling fearful or greedy.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's the most that's when the most money is made in wealth accumulation phase, is that when everyone else is afraid. That's the best time. So now during a bear market, this is the best time to dollar cost average, because when the bull market comes and prices are higher, you're going to be missing out on how much more you could have had if you bought now. So, yeah.
Right. And thank you for bringing it up. That is an important That's an important thing to consider, is looking at what your dollar is purchasing now versus what you will have in the future, and creating a plan around that. So, for example, when Bitcoin first became available, if you purchased an entire unit of Bitcoin, you would now have a much larger sum than what it cost you to enter into Bitcoin in the beginning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's appreciated in value in terms of US dollars. Well, wouldn't it be interesting if perhaps the digital crypto asset that we're speaking of right now has the possibility to do the same thing? And we're able to look at its promise to us to do this same thing because we're entering into a locked immutable code contract when we stake our hex. So holding liquid hex in the bear market is very different than holding staked hex in a bear market. Accumulating units of hex, whole units of hex right now, are something that you cannot do with a Bitcoin right now. Well, some people can, but I'm saying for the average investor, but purchasing an entire unit of Bitcoin is very difficult. Purchasing what's the hex price at today? 0.2 cents. How many hex can you get for $1 today? Way more than a Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I'm not hating on Bitcoin. I understand why it's here. I'm just saying that for now, when the markets are looking like this and you see things being said, just take a look back, do some information. That chart looks really crappy. I wouldn't mind if somebody like hopped on there and was like, but that's also, we're looking at a year. We're not looking at a total lifespan. So you have to zoom out on the big picture and then create a plan that works for you in the asset that you choose to participate in. Dive in deep, learn all about it, and then create a strategy that's unique for you for there.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Do you have any more like ways that you dollar cost average in? Do you do it weekly, monthly? How do you do it?
It depends. Sometimes weekly, sometimes monthly.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you have a plan and you follow through and you stick with it, right?
Yeah, before. Not so much now, but yeah.
Well, if you have that, at least you know what your why is and why you're sticking to the plan, and then there you can go on and go forward. And if you're just tuning in and you're not really sure about how or why to get started, you can join us here at Fiber Finance and get started with crypto in 8 easy steps. We have a guided workbook for you that takes you from being a no coiner all the way to custodying your own crypto on your private cold storage wallet. So you can own and keep your custody safe. For you to keep your assets safe and you to custody them means that you remove the middlemen. That reduces your fees. There's so many benefits to being your own bank. Where do we even start? We've been going through these examples of why we are interested in Hex for many episodes now. This is our 12th episode of talking about Hex. I'm really excited about that to keep continue.
Yeah,
until then, this is for you, our 1,000th subscriber. So when we reach 1,000 subs on YouTube, I am doing a massive giveaway, and I'm giving away a brand new Ledger Nano X. It's not this one. This is mine. But your Ledger Nano X will be brand new, straight from the manufacturer. And I have even put together a comprehensive step-by-step guide walking you through how to open the box, plugging in your computer, and then eventually transferring some cryptocurrency from an exchange, because you never leave your money on an exchange. That is what this is for. I'm going to teach you how to move your money from an exchange onto a cold storage wallet so that you are in custody of your crypto and you can move through these markets safely and securely with confidence, knowing the safety from the beginning, right? In the wallet in here, there's a wallet tracker, there's a coin tracker, and a token tracker. All of the sheets that you need to keep your information safely. Because as you know, Serena, we do not leave our passwords on a computer or a mobile device. We do not leave them anywhere where somebody can access them digitally. That is how hacks may happen. So keep them safe, get used to the practice of writing them down and keeping them in a place where it can't be contaminated by fire or water or theft. And you only share these things with someone you love.
Yep.
These are the keys to your bank. And if you lose these keys, or if you lose the device itself, that would be unfortunate. But the keys that are attached to this device are really what keep your crypto safe. So having somebody know how to enter this market safely. And how many times you've heard an OG say, oh man, I don't even know where my wallet, I don't even know where that wallet went to. So if you are not interested in losing money, keep track of your crypto in one safe place.
Exactly. And it's not just about like, you know, I lost my wallet and now I lost the $100 that I invested. Like, no, if you go back and you check what that would have turned into, that's when you're really going to be kicking yourself, because that small investment now, especially during a bear market, can really turn into a lot in not that much time. So you really want to start having your security like good from the beginning. So very important.
Yeah, absolutely. Practice good habits. Like when you use a public toilet, wash your hands when you get out. If you use an exchange to do your work, you leave, you bring your crypto with you when you leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And wash your hands too. That's a good idea. Okay, well, that is all we have for tonight's episode. I hope that you guys got a good understanding of what dollar cost averaging is and some tools on how to build your own strategy. For more updates on Hex News coming in the weeks forward, please tune in and follow Serena Alonzi on Twitter. Follow her on where you're on Instagram too.
Instagram, yep.
Also
YouTube.
here on YouTube.
Yep.
If you like what you hear, please subscribe, hit the bell button to all of our episodes here on Vibra Finance Livestream. Like I said, once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we will be doing a celebratory episode giving away a Ledger Nano X Live. So I would really like to do that episode soon. If you could please consider subscribing and sharing this with your friends. You can also find us on Twitter at Vibra Finance. For the workbook, I believe we only have 80 copies left for free. All I ask for in return, after you download your free copy of all your trackers, your coin tracker, your wallet tracker, if you're not getting started with crypto and you download this workbook, I would love your honest and thoughtful feedback so that I can continue to help others onboard into crypto safely. So please download the book, leave us your honest and thoughtful review. I cannot wait to read them so that we can continue sharing financial education, financial freedom, freedom of movement, freedom of speech. That should be touted far and wide. Those are the things that should be on people's tongues. These are the things we are here to bring you. So if you like what you hear, give us a share. All right, Serena, any final thoughts?
No, that's it. Oh, actually, yeah, this is not financial advice. So don't forget that. Just our opinions. And yeah.
Well said. This is not financial advice. These are merely our opinions, and we're only here for your entertainment. So if you like our entertainment, subscribe, share, hit the bell button to all. Thank you, and good night.